Hello everybody, this is to introduce the the Kobo Translation tool that I have developed for you. This is applicable for both the two projects, the PTE and the Trajectories project. So the first thing is for each language that this needs to be translated into, there are two sheets available in this Google Sheet. So for example, Arabic, which is used in Lebanon, has one sheet and this is the second sheet. So these are the two sheets that's relevant for the Arabic translator. So let's actually go through the tasks for the translators, which is captured in here. Actually, all these instructions are available in the first sheet, which is called intro. So you can go through it when you have the time. So the first thing is for the translator is to identify the two sheets. So take for example French, which is used in DRC, so has one sheet and there is the second sheet. So these two are relevant for the translator who's working, who's translating from English to French. So that's the identification of the sheets. So this is the first sheet. It has the questions, the hints, and the constraint messages that appear when you open the Kobo questionnaire. And basically, the columns A, B, C are the English ones, and then you need to translate it into French here in E, F, and G columns. Already I've populated the columns with Google translations, so most likely, I don't know, for some a language like French, maybe it would work. You need to check, and if it is okay, accept it. Otherwise, yeah, do your corrections. So basically, all the corrected translations should appear in columns E, F, and G. And importantly, all the translations should align with the English translation. So the country should be translated along, the row 6. So the rows should align. That's critical. And please don't try to delete or edit any of these empty rows. They need to be there as well. Just stick to aligning your translation against the English one, and that should be fine. The other instruction that I've given here is that you need to make sure that you're using Unicode. It's generally quite easy to find, but otherwise, if you can't find a way to get Unicode from your language, just use this tool that I've identified here. Then the third instruction is identifying Kobo commands and variables which are there in the text. So for example, if you go to the French translation again, come down a little bit, things like this. So I've highlighted or colored them in red. So this is a Kobo variable, and when you translate it, they can't be messed around. They need to be there as it is. If you the space here, deleted character, anything, any alteration to this particular block of text is going to mess things up for us. So basically take care that it is there. So what happens is when the questionnaire is seen on your device, it will display this text and replace this bit with the country name. So that's how it should happen in the end. But in order for that to happen, this command should be, they are intact. So that's the third instruction that I have for you. Yeah, so the final one is, of course, I already have the French translations inserted there. Just check and make sure that they're right. remember that there are empty spaces, don't mess with it, just leave them, and yeah, you have text. Wherever there is text, just do the translation, and that's fine. So this is the question sheet. Then the other sheet that you need to translate is the choices or the options for the questions. So these are the options in English. So it goes down, and then you need to make the translations here. In both sheets, I have an additional column called comments. So if you think the question, we've given you ample opportunities to comment on the question, etc. But if you still have some concerns, queries, etc., you can just type anything here for me. Or if it is, for anything else also, you can just comment here, etc. It's particularly useful for options. If you think a certain option is not appropriate for a certain country, or its direct translation is offensive or something like that, just make sure that you make note of it, and let us know through a comment placed here. So these options, one is quite straightforward. I think most likely Google Translation would have got it right, but yeah, you don't know, so just need to check. And then I have another task for you here. So where there are places, enumerator names, etc., you just need to make sure that they are populated with the actual enumerator names that will be doing the survey in your countries, and actual places. I think that's about it. Yes, and there are additional. If you are familiar with Kobo, you will know these Kobo specific sheets, but I will not. Yeah, you will not have permission to edit any of these. You can of course see them, but yeah, you just will have permission to edit your specific language only. And for that, I'm using your email, Gmails that you have shared with me. So make sure that these are correct. And yeah, if you still have problem accessing your specific language sheet, just get in touch with me. Okay, thank you.